very good day to you. Welcome to Herman Manyora's channel. My name is Jadiel. Kabiro, very much ready for today's political conversation. It's a new week. Things are slowly getting into normalcy, Prof. The holiday is gone away. How are you doing today?
Doing well. I know some people are now agonizing and saying, wow, wow, this is January, Sasa.
100,000 has gone just like that.
Yes. I told them to use only 1,000 shillings. I don't know whether they watched my clip. 1,000 shillings for Christmas. They didn't understand what I meant. Now this week they will know.
Mfuko hakuna kitu. Okay, today we're looking at the coalitions that will make or break some of these political candidates that will be vying for presidential, the presidential seat come in 2022. We're already in 2022. I'm still thinking about 2021, Prof. How important are the people that are going to back our presidential aspirant? How important are these coalitions in this year's elections?
They are important because without them, sometimes you may go nowhere. Our politics, have repeatedly said, has always been coalition in nature, depending on how you define coalition. Because it simply means, if you are standing in 2007 and you are Raila Odinga, you need Balala from the coast, you need Mudavadi from Western, you need somebody else from the other side, and so on and so forth. Joe Nyaga from East. Like that, it has been like that. You know, even Kibaki in 2007, he relied on people like Noah, Kenawe Tangula, and all those people from Western. So you need to have people in other regions to support you. So now of late it's becoming formal coalitions. And with these political parties bill before parliament, it is being formalized properly into law.
So that people...
But you need them. And that's why I'm saying, if Ruto hasn't seen it, he will see it the hard way. That you need this coalition.
By force?
By force.
Can't Kenyans think independently without looking at the leaders? Because right now, when you speak to so many people, they're saying, I will have to look at someone's agenda. I'll have to see what they're putting on the table.
Which agenda? They never look at that. If Kenyans looked at those things, most of these people they elected wouldn't be elected. I'm
speaking about 2022 because 2021 was a difficulty and so many people are now thinking it's time for me to make the decisions based on what will affect me.
We have had reasons why Kenyans should abandon their tribal lenses. Because of the misery Kenyans are going through and the suffering and the pain. You would expect they will look at people not because they are tribesmen, but they don't. So they will still look, it's sad. They will still look at the politics through the eyes of their leaders.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
which is sad, I'm saying.
That is what Raila is going for because he knows how the game is played.
He knows how the game is played.
How about for DP Ruto? His chances of winning...
He seems not to know how the game is played. He thinks he can do it alone. He will not do it. I've said it repeatedly. He will have a problem.
When he was speaking, I think last year he was speaking about, I am the deputy president. I know how things work. I know whether there's a deep state that controls
You may think you know, but you don't know. Deep state would not be deep state if everybody knew.
But he's the deputy president.
Being deputy president, how many deputy president don't know anything? Ministers don't know. That's why the concept of the kitchen cabinet. Oh. You say, I'm in cabinet, I know. After you have ended the cabinet meeting, the real cabinet meeting goes to the kitchen to take over coffee. And decide how the country will be run. That's the genesis of the word kitchen cabinet. So deputy president, look at our vice presidents. What did they know about this country? From independence? Did Jaramogi Oginga Odinga know what Kenyatta was doing? Did Saitoti know what Moi was doing? Did Kibaki know what Moi was doing? They didn't know. And they were there for much longer than Ruto. Being deputy president doesn't mean you would understand what is going on in the country. It doesn't mean you understand the system. The deep state would not be deep state if everybody, including the DP, just understood. Deep states are so deep, sometimes even the president doesn't understand it. Yeah. So people think deep state is the president. No. It's not always. He can be a member, he can be a member. A card-carrying member of the deep state? He may not.
What comes to mind when you hear the DP side coming out and saying these are just narratives that are meant to scare people away from us, to show people that we don't have the numbers, we cannot be able to make it? What comes to mind when you hear such statements?
It's because ignorance or bravado. They may know, but they are trying to pretend they don't know, or they are just ignorant. They exist at deep state almost in every country, including the Vatican.
Now, do they...
I suspect.
The but you suspect.
Yes.
You had to correct yourself there.
Yeah.
Remember Duale on TV the other day. But look,
Yeah.
when you look at these coalitions, they come up and they show support for one person. This is what is happening with the Azimio la Umoja
Yes.
movement. Would you say that it is high time for the deputy president to consider this if he wants to make it for presidency in 2022, looking for people from different areas? And if he does so, would that look like he's probably copying Raila Odinga?
It will be okay for him to do so, but unfortunate for him is like you are going to fish in a pond after somebody has already fished. You may get fingerlings, but not fish. Fish is gone. Somebody put the net there. Raila has gone with all the big fish.
Yeah.
Then if you go to Western, who do you get? Small boys like Malala. They are not boys, but they're just junior politicians. You get Khalwale, you get Washiali, you get Didimas Barasa. But the big shots have been taken already. Eugene Wamalwa, Oparanya, Francis Atwoli, Wafula Wamunyinyi. I mean, all the big fish is not in the pond anymore, and you are going to fish. You're wasting your time. So you go to Mount Kenya, you find all the big boys are with Uhuru. Then you are remaining with young, juvenile, junior politicians. They are my friends. I like young people. Nobody likes young people better than me.
But it's time has
But the
passed.
truth is, this is Kenya. You cannot put Ndindi Nyoro here and put Mwangi Wairia here from Moranga. Combine Ndindi Nyoro and Alice Wahome. They are under no match for Mwangi Wairia. So when Mwangi Wairia speaks, Irungu Kangata, Ndindi Nyoro, you can't. I'm telling you can't. But the big boys from Nyeri, regard is no match for them. He may look popular when he's speaking. But when the Kikuyus in Nyeri will sit to talk, my friend, they will not listen to Rigathi Gachagua.
What will the impact be on...
They can give him his seat, but no, he cannot speak for the community.
What will the impact be on these coalitions now that it's less about the individual and more about the political parties these individuals are bringing forth? What would you say these parties will bring to the table when it comes to the elections for 2022? Or should they consider more of the people and less of the parties?
The parties are simply bringing votes. There's nothing else they're bringing.
Even the new parties that people don't know about?
They're just bringing the votes. Because they help build and propel a narrative. They create a facility. Let's go to Bungoma, for example, and Trans Nzoia. So this new party, DAPK, by Wafula Wamunyinyi. Everybody knows it is fronted by Eugene Wamalwa. It is quickly dismembering Ford Kenya. Because Ford Kenya was still going to survive in Bungoma and Trans Nzoia against ODM, against maybe even Jubilee. But now this DAPK is their own. You can bet a majority of the MCS in Bungoma and Trans Nzoia will be on this new party. A majority of the MPs will be on this party. This party will produce the governors. I think they are here. This man Natembea, most likely will go in Trans Nzoia. In Bungoma, Wangamati will most likely run and get re-elected against Lusaka. So they serve a purpose, these new parties.
Or how about the safety that comes with nominations during primaries in the parties? Would you say that these parties also contribute in making aspirants feel safer in one side once they know they can run on their own? Or would you say the national party is a better chance for them?
They are also safety nets. You can see and say, now I am from this place. I stand no chance during nominations. Not because I'm not popular, but because the way these things are played. Because there are certain honors of that party. Unless I get my own party, unless I get my own party, I am sure to lose in the nomination, in the dominant party. So some of the parties will be created, like the MDG, whatever it is, of Ocheng in Ugenya. He knows he cannot stand a chance in the ODM nomination. Not at all. So he's safer with his own party. And we will have so many of these small ones. What
should we expect, though, in Azimio la Umoja moving forward, when you look at them going to different counties and getting people into their bag? What should we expect?
What I foresee is a situation where a lot of people who don't know politics, especially of this country, are going to move in a kind of stampede towards Ruto. As the February 9th deadline appears, we are going to see a lot of top civil servants, many top civil servants, rushing to UDA. I expect to see a host of MPs, quite many MPs, officially decamping from Jubilee and going to UDA. I say these are people who don't understand politics because in the fullness of time, they will realize their mistakes. They're going to, that's the first move. In February, we are going to see a lot of people moving towards UDA.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot.
And when you say it is a horrible move, why would you say that? Because isn't that a good thing for them once they see that UDA is a national party?
I've said, for example, if you are from Mount Kenya region, especially Central Province, where Uhuru comes from, prepare yourself for defeat if you run on a UDA ticket. It will become clear by March, by February, by then it's too late for you. You realize UDA is not selling in Central. This is a fact. I understand Kenya politics, and I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm saying that's how it will be.
Why would the people shift away from UDA?
Because the narrative is going to be that UDA is a Kalenjin party. We have to have our own. You can see when people like Moses Kuria and Mwangi Kiunjuri speak. People like Mwangi Wairia, Justin Muturi. These people are speaking for the community, and they have their parties. And the narrative is going to be, we will support Ruto, but at our terms. We will not agree with Ruto that we dismantle our homes, our parties, to join UDA. Let's support him without UDA. So that's the first phase. Because they will not talk about not voting for him. In order to sell this narrative of maintaining our parties, they will not talk about not voting for Ruto. They will say we shall vote for Ruto, but he will not tell us to abandon our parties. That narrative is a powerful narrative. So and it's going to work. And it will not be in favor of those who will be in UDA in the Mount Kenya region.
So I'm asking, does this mean then that moving forward we cannot have a national party? We'll only be dealing with coalitions when it comes to elections?
This is why coalitions have taken root. It's the nature of our politics. Coalitions themselves, especially as practiced in this country, are anti-multipartism. They are anti-partism. Because coalitions are killing parties. You see? You cannot have a coalition in the manner in which we have our coalitions before elections and hope to have parties. The coalitions are swallowing parties and rendering them useless. So it's not a good thing. But that's what there is. And we are likely to have this for some time.
Then does that mean that it will be difficult for UDA party to stand in 2022, or even later on, someone coming with a party like UDA party and going to run for presidency?
If they intend to make it a national party, that ended in 2007.
Yes. Moving forward, it will be
Moving forward, for sometimes it will be difficult. It will be about coalitions, people getting together to get power as a team.
As a team from different parties.
It is good because it is what is going to end this kind of the problems we encounter in every electoral circle.
Or the way people come together.
And they will be coming from different regions, and therefore the need for people to clash will be made less.
Okay, let's find the conversation there. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's political conversation. My name is Jadiel Kabiro. If you haven't subscribed, if you haven't been sharing, give us a thumbs up on this video and make sure you comment. Have yourself a lovely rest of your day.